Okay.
That's okay.
The East African community continues to grapple with multiple challenges as it pushes toward deeper regional integration and full participation in the African Continental Free Trade Area. Despite progress, non-tariff barriers, inadequate infrastructure, differing national policies, and weak institutional capacity are among the critical obstacles slowing down economic transformation across the bloc. With a combined GDP of $305 billion, the East African community remains one of Africa's most promising economic blocs. Uganda, in particular, plays a central role as an economic engine, but experts warn that if persistent issues like limited market access within the region are not addressed, the region could continue to lag its integration goals. On the issue of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, Amidst, the East African Community Deputy Secretary General, has indicated as they have noted a gap in the implementation. She adds that one of the biggest hurdles is the continued presence of non-tariff barriers, which delay the movement of goods across member states.
Barriers are in the form of technical issues, for example, around rules of origin that don't allow for goods from one country to be able to circulate freely in another country. Non-tariff barriers around infrastructure deficiencies that lead to slow movement of goods across borders, issues around misinterpretation of some of the technical instruments.
She has also pointed out limited public awareness about the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, a concern the East African Business Council is now addressing through strategic outreach and deployment of new technologies to improve trade facilitation across the region.
Now, one of the key areas that we see as a mitigation measure is one of communication and awareness. We may take it for granted, but it's quite surprising how much sometimes people don't know and hence not able to interpret or apply accordingly. We have extensive programs of capacity building and awareness with our technical agencies such as the revenue authorities. We have extensive engagement with the traders, cross-border traders, women, small traders. We even have gone to the extent of interpreting information in languages that are easily understood by those border communities that trade at certain borders.
In response to these regional challenges, the East African Business and Investment Summit 2025 has been launched. According to Adrian Njau, the EABC CEO, the expo is scheduled for October 16th through 17th at Safari Park Hotel in Nairobi, Kenya. The summit is a biennial event that brings together over 600 business leaders, policymakers, and investors from across the continent.
And this year, the summit will take place in Kenya. The good thing currently, the chair of EAC is Kenya, so we're expecting the head of state, Ruto, His Excellency President Ruto, also to attend, and the chairperson, who is the Minister of EAC Affairs in Kenya, to attend the meeting.
This year's summit will feature business-to-business meetings, exhibition of cutting-edge technology from the European Union, and discussions aimed at boosting manufacturing, ICT, and services across the region.
Participant, and the summit will feature plenary sessions with the regional and the global thought leaders. We have also special session on investment and doing business in EAC, where we are trying to look at the challenge which is making our cost of doing business to be very high, and also solution, because this summit is actionable summit.
Francis Ogwang, the East African Development Bank country manager, has indicated as they are committed to supporting growth of different sectors, including ICT, manufacturing, and regional infrastructure development.
As the region's development bank, we continue to reiterate our commitment to support development across the region in our various focus areas, which is manufacturing and industrialization, agro-industrialization, tourism, mineral beneficiation, services in ICT, and various other services across the region.
Despite the challenges, intra-EAC trade continues to rise, growing from $3.4 billion in 2023 to $5.4 billion in 2024. Trade with the wider African continent also saw a boost, jumping from $6.1 billion US dollars to $9.5 billion US dollars over the same period. Analysts attribute this progress to better customs practices and growing private sector engagement, though non-tariff barriers remain a concern. Oscar Kamukama, the EABC board director in Uganda, has highlighted some of the key areas that are going to be focused on during the investment summit.
This year's summit is promoting private sector-driven regional integration and increased intra and extra East Africa trade and investment. The inspiring tagline is East Africa Rising, from reform to results. East Africa Rising, no more talking, from reform to results in a thriving Pan-African market.
As the East African community looks ahead, stakeholders say fixing the current cracks in policy coordination, infrastructure and awareness is key to unlocking the full potential of regional and continental trade agreements. Naomi Namsoke and Serena Naguja for NSTV.